Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? The new one comes out and Mike's like, right, let's play 22. And I'm like, oh, God, seriously?
It's only because he realised 25 is that bad for him.
And he can't say anything because he'll turn around and he'll go, but in my defence, I didn't have my driving knob. Mate, you've had that driving knob for well over a year.
Do you know, I found it the other day. It was attached to my G29. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Okay. The speed that you've got it at now, test it out for the whole week. So we come back and revise this next Monday. A year would have gone by then if you leave the server on, roughly give or take, and we see where if anybody struggled. I mean, grass. Anybody that's planting grass like we're going to be, when it's harvestable, you have to harvest it like it's harvestable every 2 months. So we could be quite busy, whereas you've only got one crop that can be harvested like once a month if you plant one crop. Not once a year. Sorry, not once a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's going to be differences on every farm, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, like, my suggestion is that we give it a week and see what happens. And if people aren't happy with it, let's revise it.
Everyone happy with that?
I might as well try it.
What's your plan, Stu? What are you going to plant, mate?
Well, it probably was going to be grass. I'm just thinking now about, we've took loans out. If we're just going to let it run for a whole week, how much loan are we going to lose?
You're not going to lose a terrific amount. Every day you'll lose about £60.
We already looked into that particular problem. Do you remember?
It's about £1,600, I think, or something, isn't it? A month?
I think it was a minimal amount, yeah.
So over 12 months, it'll be 12 to 15 grand then.
Yeah.
Depending on how much you took out.
Yeah, depending on how much you've taken out. So, £60 is 500,000 maximum loan, mate, per day.
But it probably makes sense at the end of this is to put give all your machinery back. So then you've got nothing loaned out.
Yeah. As soon as me and Keith have been done with our machines, we've been...
I'm not sure I'd agree with that, because if you got your initial loan and then your daily loan, so it might be more cost effective not to do that. So it might cost you, say, £1,000 a day to have a piece of equipment, but the initial loan will be 10 grand. So if you give it back, you've got to pay that 10 grand again. So if you're only going to be away for 4, 5, 6 days, you've just cost yourself another 4 grand.
Well, the biggest thing I've loaned out so far has been about 2 grand.
Per day or initial cost?
Initial cost.
Yeah, I mean, well, the maths will be the same. Well, not necessarily the same, depending on the item, but if that initial cost is 2 grand and you're paying £200 a day, then you've got quite a few days before you need to...
You give me a hand.
How the hell did you manage to flip and roll it, mate?
I'd say around to see if I'm getting more... I'd just say about a wall. An invisible wall.
There's a wall at the end of the map.
Wobbly spoon goes to Keith.
Oh my days. No, the wobbly spoon already went to Tony, I think.
Oh, has he rolled it already?
Tony flipped it ages ago. I'm just going to leave you there, Keith. Screw it.
Okay.
Make you think about your mistakes. I'll try and get you up at a set, mate.
Absolutely persistent it down
here.
here.
There, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm
You have to work with me and pump the gas, mate.
going to go through this bush again and see if I can drive
There
through
you
it,
go.
or whether it's just a
Thank you.
moment.
mate.
Maybe there's a rock there that I can't see or
Don't
something.
forget to turn the plough over. I think it's B, I think, or something like that.
Oh, went straight through it. Or
You'll
was
get
it this
the
one?
Edge on the opposite side.
Don't know what it was. All right. Rum was right. Bushes are not a problem.
Flip your plough over, Keith. It's X.
Right, I'm going to drop off one more load of this stuff and then I'm going to start making fields. I was planning on getting all of this grass up, but to be honest with
Your
you,
bale should be about
it's
ready
taken
now.
so bloody long.
All right, mate. Thank you, buddy.
Because my first thing now silage.
I'll plough around here, and then I'll have a look.
Definitely should have got a bigger tractor. Note to self, saving, what, a couple of grand? It's probably cost me a couple of grand because it's taken so long. Still, we'll get it done.
Have we got any objections then for helping each other if needs must with bringing crops in and stuff? Then, if hypothetically say if they can't come online.
Well, no immediate concern with that, but we'll have to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
One way or t'other.
I think it'll be a good little feature because, you can transfer money from each other's farms and stuff. So, it'd be good to help each other out, sort of thing. Unless it's a highly competitive game and nobody is allowed help. I mean, I don't even know if those rules are in the game or not. I don't know what you've got planned for this.
Just realism. The farmers tend to help farmers, so shouldn't be any serious issue.
Cool beans, cool beans.
I like to keep it as real as possible, but also, everyone needs to be having fun, so it's a balance between those things, I guess.
Yeah.
And obviously, real life does get in the way quite often.
Yeah, I nearly didn't make it tonight.
Well, you were nearly locked out of your house.
It was the mother-in-law that locked us out of the house.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You almost couldn't get in. You'd have got the mother-in-law to fire up your PC and you'd be shouting through the window. Not that tractor, the next one. That's it, buy that one.
The red one.
Mate, no.
I want bigger wheels, bigger wheels.
Give me the bigger wheels, damn it.
Does anyone have a favourite tractor brand or anything like that?
Glass.
I like Class actually.
I like Voucher because you can just make it what colour you want.
Who's that?
Voucher.
Oh, Voucher. Yeah, they are pretty cool actually.
Just because you can customise the livery.
I like the Massies as well. But they're pretty much all red. Like the John Deeres are all green.
Right, just for information, with my chickens, I'm already up to 10 pieces of eggs.
10 pieces of eggs. Oh crap, I meant to put some chickens in ages ago.
So they are producing.
That's good news. What do you have to feed them?
Well, I just got a couple of bags of chicken feed from the store.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's normally wheat, barley or oats, I think. But it comes up as a bag of chicken food. So you tell you on the big bags, it's well, it comes up with wheat, but it's got pictures of chickens on.
on, tractor. Orb is a New Holland man. Forgot to press the button. Orb is a New Holland man. Yeah, that's a good calculation. 24 days. That's a whole month, though, isn't it? Potentially that could be a problem. I mean, it's not going to be a problem every time, but like I want to get some wheat down. If we pause it now, when I come back, it'll be gone September and I'll have missed my slot. I think possibly in the winter months it makes more sense to skip time, but when you're just setting out or when you're harvesting, I think pausing it is probably a better option. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Whatever works best for everybody, that's what we'll do. We're pretty close to getting this whole section done, aren't we? I think what I'll do is I'll drop this load off, ditch this tractor and get something bigger, because we're going to have to do some ploughing in a bit anyway, and I don't think this tractor's going to have enough muscle. "5 AM Orb, yes, I think you best go, mate. Thank you for all your help and guidance. It's been much appreciated, buddy. Needless to say, if you find time, you're more than welcome to come join us in this craziness." Get this hedge cleared.
Guys, I'm really sorry that I've like recruited Keith to help me out and stuff, but at the end of the day, I like playing this with somebody. I don't like playing Farming Simulator on my own, because that's literally what you guys are doing right now. Much more fun to play it with somebody.
You got some Eve work to do, that's alright. That's fine. I've never played Eve. I've heard lots about it.
Absolutely, mate. It gives me a
Be nice to see you.
Mate. Lots of pleasure.
Don't like this bloody plough.
Mate, that's dude, that's why I wanted the plough that I asked for, but sadly couldn't find it. So yeah.
Now, if you can find it, mate, ping it over to me and I'll put it on. But yeah, I didn't show up in my
It's been in the mod list in the game that you put in.
Oh no, it's different. He's got a different interface, Keith. Yeah. It's really annoying interface.
I can either do the web. I could do the website interface.
I think. Has anybody like hosted a dedicated server in this chat apart from Mike right now? I take that as a no then, unless Tony's not here.
That definitely ain't gonna be me.
No, definitely ain't going to be you.
Definitely ain't me either.
I think that if you go into off the main menu, you go into the mods page. Don't get me, I could be wrong here. You can download it as normal through there, and then I think it'll show up in your listings of what mods you have on your computer, and then you can just like download it from there. onto
I hate to
the
interrupt
server.
you, but that's how I did it.
Oh, and it didn't show up.
No, it didn't show up in the search. That's what I was saying. I used the web interface, but it just doesn't show up for some reason.
Oh,
Not just yours either. There's a few I
can't-
couldn't find.
So you can't find the mod at all.
No, couldn't find it.
Right,
Period.
Hang on. Right, sending you a link. Tell me if it's wrong. It might be wrong. I don't know because I don't know how to dedicate to everybody.
I'll have a look in a sec, mate.
Yeah, take your time, mate. It's all good.
Right, I'll be right back, peeps. Nature calls.
Can you give it a little bit longer on the silage, Stu? Some of them aren't fully done.
They're not. Well, that was my first one that was telling me it was done.
Yeah, like we
If you've done
we did 96,
then
and then over the period of time of doing it, you've got to take into account the last one that you did, haven't you?
I can't remember where I left it.
Sorry about this, Keith, mate. But we've only got to do this once, right?
Yep. It's all right.
So has anyone got a clock going of how long we've been playing so far?
I'm a bit of a dunce there, mate. I should have actually looked at the time when we all started going, shouldn't I? Really, but I haven't. Sorry.
It must have been about 7:30 when we finally got round to it, was it?
I think I'd like to say 7:30. Yeah.
So say 2.5 hours, and we'd started. Was it September the 5th when we started?
Set 4th, 5th, something like that.
So we've done 7 days so far. So each day is just under half an hour then, isn't it?
Yeah. Mike worked it out to about 25 minutes, I think, thereabouts.
Yeah.
AFK keys.
Yeah. To also out.
I am back. I am back.
Hiya.
Hello. Oh. Get all this squished down. Hey! Overdid my turn. Scary moment there.
Well, I think the last silage bale from my first run is at 95%.
Okay.
You boys are going to be making money well before me. Did I not lower that down? What
Well, I mean,
buffoon?
when you've got
What's a buffoon?
1,200 hours in the game, and you know you have to do reviews and things like that for a living, you're gonna know the game a little bit more. Got to make a living somehow, mate. Right?
I'll catch you up.
You will.
I'm going to fall back on my Farm Sim 15 knowledge.
I
have no idea if that's relevant.
I have absolutely no doubt that you'll catch us up. It's just knowing what's good profit in the game. That's all.
Well, what's easy money?
Yeah, what's easy money, mate? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see, again, that's another thing I would change if I was in control of this game. I'd have a proper economy that was unpredictable and not always the same, you know?
Yeah, that would be cool, because most people just could do what me and Stu's doing right now, hit silage up.
Yeah, well, I've gone for silage, but that's mostly because I had a field full of grass and 12 trees, which
Yeah.
kind of made the decision for me.
Yeah, did for me, to be honest with you as well.
I think I've got about 50 trees, but I'm saving them for the winter months, maybe.
Well, that's actually a very smart approach, yeah.
I've got a few, but not a vast amount.
I've not got many big trees. It's going to be a case of who can clear the debt and then make money to buy the next plot of land.
Yeah, the next plot of land could be a serious money spinner. Because you're actually getting to choose that one.
Yeah, while something's growing on your first plot, you can be off
Yeah,
work
right.
on your next plots.
Yeah, that was a very good point.
When are we allowed to buy another plot? When we've cleared our debt?
Yeah.
When you're in the black, yeah.
Just double checking that rule. I couldn't remember.
Right, let's get...
But only if you're working on your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing
Can
is
call
with
that.
Keith. The thing is with Keith, he only plays when I play. So, you know, He's not gonna. He'll probably won't. He probably won't come on here unless I'm not here.
You won't go on here unless you're not on here. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. I know what I was saying.
I don't want to mess it up. That's basically why.
Yeah, you get your own farm once you've learnt all the skills off Spike. You can go in competition against him then.
He's not as obsessed with this game as I am.
Right. We had fun with this little tractor,
I don't mean you're in the same bucket spot.
but it's not powerful enough to do everything we want. So I'm going to swap it out, hire something bigger,
I must
better,
admit, I am having a lot of fun doing this.
and get a plough.
And waiting.
And we'll
2
start setting
years
up
to do
fields.
this as
I might
well.
even chuck some chickens down whilst I'm at it, actually.
Yeah, wait till the new one comes out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? The new one comes out and Mike's like, right, let's play 22. And I'm like, oh God, seriously?
It's only because he realised 25 is that bad for him.
And he can't say anything because he'll turn around and he'll go, but in my defence, I didn't have my driving knob. Mate, you've had that driving knob for well over a year.
Do you know, I found it the other day. It was attached to my G29. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Okay. My biggest issue is with my...
Are you using your driving knob?
No,
Sorry to
I ain't,
interrupt.
mate. I'm on keyboard at the moment. My biggest issue with my wheel is my wheel
Let's
stand.
get rid of that.
I can't make it do what yours does in a trucking position. Like
Oh, what, vertical? Almost
Yeah.
upright.
much more better because like the
Yeah, you're
wheel that,
locked.
the wheel that came with the SciTech panel was built like that, and I managed to get about 5 minutes of pure joy out of it, and it was a reconditioned one, and I had to send it back because it was captured. It kept I kept getting the lovely USB disconnecting noise on it, and it actually crashed my computer.
You can technically with a browser, but you need to buy the mods.
Yeah, you get the trucking wheel
Ooh.
Yeah.
for that, and like my
Did it-
biggest issue is I can actually like angle my wheel stand into a configuration like that, but my knees are in the way and it won't reach the pedals.
I want to get one of them desperately. That seems like a very good price as well, but it's not a plough. I need a plough. I think a medium
Like,
tractor
if I
should do
had
it.
250 quid, I'd totally go and get that wheel that I posted in and that flipping lovely joystick that Thrustmaster have brought out. That is a sick looking wheel with an awesome looking joystick. And you can actually use that joystick is compatible with Elite Dangerous as well, somebody said.
No reason why it shouldn't be. Where the hell? I'm in the wrong thing. There we go. Plough, 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 ploughs. So that's the tiniest plough. That's like 1,200. 14 grand, 16 grand. Oh my lord, these things are expensive. I'm out of cash, look, pretty much. So that requires 220 horsepower. That one requires 160 horsepower. 16 grand. Oh man, I wish I could just get a plough. Can you create a field with a cultivator instead of a plough?
That's what I was asking earlier, and the guys were like, no, do it with the plough.
Oh, you were asking whether you could create a field. I thought you just meant...
You can, but like you.
It depends.
There
If
he
you've
is.
got
Here he
more-
is. Here he is.
Aye, I had my mic mute. It depends. See, there's some mods, right, that has got a cultivator that will put the field to a plough state, but
Right,
you've
I
got
see.
to find a mod that'll do it. Otherwise,
It's a mod then, so no default cultivators will do it.
No, no default cultivator that'll take it to a
Fair
hanging
enough.
state like that.
Come on! I need a
can
second-hand
remember
plough.
looking a big blue one. I can't remember if it was the. I think it was like a German make or something, but it was a blue plough with yellow writing on it. It wasn't Carverner land because that's an American one, but
160 to
it's something like
220.
that, and it was like a big. It was a big cultivator, but it was good for ploughing as well. For doing that, but it was a mod you'll have to find. I don't know if it's even cross-platform though.
But
That's
I'll
going
also
to be.
put it. I'll also put this out there.
To be fair,
Cultivating,
170, massive.
cultivating isn't ploughing, so that's not reality.
Oh, yes, good slap in the face maneuver. I like that. Bring me back to reality.
I genuinely, I prefer see like that 6 to 9 meter plough. I prefer using that. I'll put that on basically all the time. That's my go-to plough is that one. But it just it speeds up the ploughing a bit quicker, eh?
You have to loan some money.
The 6 to 9 meter
mate,
one.
that is my go-to plough, 6 to 9 meter, all the time. Love it.
Because ploughing is a pain in the arse, it takes so long, and especially if you've got stones in, you're better off with trying to get that Stone King one that's got the wider blade on it, because the stones are a nightmare to get rid of, by the way.
If anyone wants to hire me to plough anything, I'll plough all day long.
Have you got
Interesting. How much do you charge a day?
Well, depends how big your bank balance is.
That sounds a bit problematic.
I don't mind it now. I used to hate it
I can't
back
stand
in the
ploughing.
day, but
Using this equipment, I can't stand it. But the 69 meter plough mod that I would like is, I could do it all day long, because it's so
I
damn
know.
therapeutic. It's beautiful
You have
ripping
to
it
do
up.
it though.
It's not very wide, but it looks so good when you rip the grass up.
Right.
It speeds up your ploughing time, I think.
Here we go.
100%, mate. 100%, definitely.
Like I can do a decent job having to rotate the standard plough and that, but it just ends up so much tedious when you try to get on with so much other work and that. Eh?
Yeah, absolutely. And it helps having a helper called Keith.
Aye.
How much did that cost you from the shop?
what keeps?
He came free of charge.
What?
And secretly, I'm taking 50%.
Yeah, no. What's mine is his. What's his is mine.
Was that another mod you wanted, Keith?
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah. 28 years of being my best mate and following me around like an idiot. Like, oh, what harebrained scheme are you doing now, Kev? Oh, come and help you do it, mate. You give up on it in a week's time.
Yeah.
Put up me all that time. Fuck's sake.
I know he's a poor sod. He really is. I feel so sorry for him sometimes.
Still
Mate,
not
I'm the
working.
reason why he's got a Moser R5 steering wheel, and he's about to get a new computer. I told him to do it, and he's like, "Okay."
Well, I know I needed one a new computer for in the first place.
To be fair, the PC I've got the now is the best PC I've ever had. Like,
Do you want to hear the best thing I've heard all day though from my son? As soon as he found out Keith's getting a new computer, he asked, "Is Keith's computer any good? Is it better than mine? Can I have it?"
You've taught him well.
I have, definitely, mate. Yeah. Is it up
I
for
would
grabs,
like to
Kev?
get my boy one at some point. I'd like to build him one. Like,
I don't think we're doing too bad on this field. If you check your map, guys, you can see what we've achieved so far. It shows you.
Which is sad.
I'll be further down when it in the gears. So we've got up and down gear, we've got clutch, we've got shift group up and down.
Is that it? Shut up, you. Is that it?
And we've got change direction. Okay.
I think I've only cut half of my plot.
I think he's got a 3.5 meter and I've got a 2.5
See if it
meter.
works.
So we're doing
Hey,
about,
I can now reverse.
6 meters at a time. My Chihuahua wants to play, by the way.
Right, let's get this done.
He's sat on my knee right now and he's trying to press my buttons. What are you doing?
Power on. Lower it down.
No, they're not.
Switch to the front. Power it on.
Keith.
Power it down. Right.
Let's
Let's see how much quicker this is, shall we?
It's just Spike and Stu and Sim and Keith, it's all.
It was like who? She was just asking who was in the night.
It's the,
The usual.
it's the boys.
The boys.
The boys are here.
The boys that do farming.
Yeah.
Hey, around.
My granddad bless him, used to be a farmer, and I think that's it's one of the reasons why I enjoy it so much. Downside is I never got to meet him because he had a heart attack, bless him, before I was even born, which kind of sucks. My mum always says that he would have loved me to bits and pieces, to be fair, which is nice to know. My nana did. My nana loved me very much. She was a character. She was. Do you guys watch 8 out of 10 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown?
I've watched it sometimes, so I know what you're referring to, but I don't watch it.
My nana was Countdown obsessed. Like it when it was on, boom, on the telly
I
without
was
fail.
on nursing home.
And she, my mum, I only just found this out like the other day when I went to visit her. My nana was a very intelligent lady, and she would actually be able to attempt the stuff that was on the screen, and she'd do quite well. So it would have been interesting to see how well she would have done if she'd have been on the programme. She was pretty good at it, to be fair, but she was that good. She used to sit and knit, and she used to fall asleep and then wake up and remember exactly where she left off.
It's mad how they do that stuff.
Yeah,
Like.
mental, innit?
My nana used to knit more when I was younger. As I got older, she never really knitted, but my gran, that's like my dad's mum, she used to knit a lot. Like all the time, and she would just sit and watch telly, and she wouldn't even have to look. She just can't.
Exactly, mate. My nana was exactly the same, and she sent all her stuff off to Mother Teresa as well. Bless her. She was class, my nana. Seriously, to this day, I still don't remember whether it was a troll or not. But I begged her for an orange juice. I was like, "Oh, Nana, please, could I have an orange juice? Pretty please with a cherry on top. Pretty please." And she actually came back and put a cherry in it. And I still to this day don't know if it was a troll or not. So what's this doing in here? She goes, "Well, you asked for a cherry," and I'm like, "What?"
So on a side note, this tractor's like marginally better, isn't it? We're doing 10 miles an hour instead of 6.
When my daughter was born, we took.
It's going to speed things up a tad at least.
She's really getting on, and she didn't know what was going on and stuff. And we plonked her on her knee and got a picture with her, and it was 4 generations of us. So her my mum, me, and my daughter, which was really nice.
I'm sure I'd done something similar when my nana was there, actually. Sure, it was like me, my mum, my wee brother, Anna on a photo.
I've always got the impression that Scotland was more traditional and was closer to what I regard as British values than the English these days. I feel like we're getting further and further away from, the nuclear family or 4.2 or whatever it's called. It seems to matter less. I think communities matter less, people matter less. It's not something I like, but it's just something I see or feel or whatever.
It's like I believe we should have like say the immigration and shit like that. I mean, we do need it, but all that shit just needs to be controlled better. Like, I mean, we should be screening the people that's coming in to see if they're going to be productive to the fucking system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I fully agree
Definitely.
with you, mate. Yeah, definitely.
If you're just chucking in completely dysfunctional people that are already criminals in their own fucking country and then come in here and it just fucks this up even more.
I agree with you on that point, but the point I was making was more to do with like commercial greed, like big business and the way that advertising is shoved down people's throats and like the internet and AI and stuff was supposed to reduce the amount of work that people have to do, like tractors reduce the number of people who worked in fields and stuff like that. I don't see any evidence of that. I just feel like we're now on the go 24/7 flat out every day. Nobody's got any energy or time for anything other than
Fully agree
work. But yes, I agree with you
Mel
on that
thinks
point too.
Mel thinks that her fibro and all of her conditions are due to the amount of hours that she used to work, and I think she said to me that she used to work about 70 hours a week. It was mental.
You'll
Yeah.
probably find a lot of it could be to do with like the water as well, by the way, because see the heavy metals that's in the water, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mutations, by the way, and especially English water is fucking terrible.
I'm lucky where I am. We've got the cleanest water in Britain, but yeah, everywhere else it's full of all sorts of nasties.
All right, mate. Nobody likes a big head. Bloody hell.
Water. I'm not joking.
I mean, sometimes I have a bath and then drink the water because it's so clean. It's
I bet you do. I bet you do. Do you also have diamonds in there with you as well?
I keep those locked away.
Yeah, I bet you do, mate.
I've been bed 18 and in. She was in what used to be the hairdressers. She was one of the ones that you kind of thought was going to go quickly, but just seemed to keep hanging on.
So you guys having a wee girl then? Have you got a name yet?
We do, yeah.
What we calling her?
Her name's Eloise.
Oh, very nice.
Lovely name. Lovely name.
Ella for short. So,
But
yeah.
Was that Barry Ryan who sang that?
Any?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was that sang it, but do you know, I never actually knew there was a song until after we named her.
Oh, nice.
My mum had said, well, actually, I was in the bath one night and I just was on YouTube and I don't know what came over me to do this, but I decided to YouTube the name Eloise just to see what popped up, just out of curiosity, and that was the first thing that popped up, and I listened to it and I was like, holy shit, Tony, she's got a song. It's pretty good.
She got a middle name?
Good song, nice.
We're not sure about that at the moment. We were thinking of putting Tony's mum's name as the middle name, but we're not entirely sure yet.
Okay.
We'll see.
My daughter was named Ebony Alyssa Isabel Moore, and my son was named Isaac Samuel Jack.
So those are lovely names.
I think my family have always had middle names, to be honest.
And my ex-wife swears blind that she got the spelling of Isaac, how his name is spelt from the Bible, and it's not anywhere in the Bible. So I don't know where she got it from.
I
Who's this dude?
Me.
Means that
Doing donuts on my flipping land. Get off, you.
I tell you what,
Yeah, I'm a scrappy
I've
god.
just mentioned her name, and she's upstairs, and she's just bloody heard me. She's got ears like a bat, I swear.
I think my name being Rianne is quite unusual. Like, there's not a lot of Riannes about. So I never got a middle name because my surname was quite unusual and long as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What is it, or was it?
Well, it's I don't really go by this name. I go by my mum's maiden name instead, but my legal name's Rianne Leaper.
Oh, Leaper. Okay.
Yeah. So they didn't give me a middle name because they kind of felt like my name was already quite long, and they struggled to really agree on my first name anyway. So they couldn't really find another name. Probably would have ended up being Margaret, though, I've been told.
Oh,
Or
okay. Okay.
That's a very good, strong Scottish name. My grand's called Margaret.
I think it was. I think it's my grand's name, but my auntie Gail is my dad's sister, so I might have ended up with Gail in it. But nah, they just. The funny thing is I was the firstborn, and I didn't get a middle name. But then my sister was born, 13 years between us, and they gave her my grandma's middle name, so my mum's mum, and I was kind of like,
oh, nice.
all right.
That's nice, isn't it?
All right. I go, she gets grandma's middle name.
Well, like
Favoritism.
with my kids, I never got a single say in the matter of what they were going to be called. Like, you know, that's how much of a cow my ex-wife was. But like when my
You just didn't want her son being called Elite Dangerous. That's all, mate.
no, she didn't want her son having the word Alan in there somewhere because of Shearer, but there we go. Wasn't allowed. So so when my daughter was born, she pulled a face like my nana would, and I went, "Oh, please, can we stick Isabel in there?" And she went, "Yeah, go on then." So I got a say on that name, and that was it. But like Samuel Jack was named after like people from her side of the family, and it's like cracking stuff. But I got the kids in the end, so it all doesn't matter.
What would be? Well, you won then. It would if we put Tony's mum's name.
Come
as
on,
the
Ed
middle
Tracking,
name,
work
it
with
would
me.
be Eloise Tracy Gillespie. So.
Oh, okay. Gillespie's a good name because of Keith Gillespie that played for Newcastle United. But there we go.
Yeah, I actually go by Rianne Phillip, but obviously that's not my legal name, so I didn't want her getting my dad's name, so she's definitely going to be Tony. She's going to be Gillespie.
Oh, cool. My
Aidan will have Gillespie, and Tony will have Gillespie, and I'll be Philip.
every time I hear your name, I think of my niece. She's called Rihanna.
Yeah, that's the one I get most commonly mixed up with. Like, people are like, a lot of people think I say Leanne or Rhiannon, but or Rihanna, but no, it's just Rianne.
Right, we are
The
compacted.
person I've ever met with that name, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people quite often find that. Yeah, I've only met maybe 8 Riannes in my lifetime. And, well, I don't know, there's 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, maybe I'm lying. It's maybe only about 5 Riannes I've met, actually.
Mike's not met that many people called Mike, I don't think. Have you, Mike?
I met a Rianne once, which I thought
Too
was
many.
really funny. I thought that sounded very elven, but it's quite a long name. Rianne Wynn.
Oh, Elven. Oh, listen to you, Lord of the Rings. I bet you're a Lord of the Rings fan, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Although
a little bit. Mate,
I don't know if it's just my brain capacity, but I struggled to follow the Fellowship of the Ring series with Tony. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't.
You
doing
need
it
to
for-
meet my wife, mate. She is a Tolkien nutcase, buddy. She knows everything about Lord of the Rings. She's terrible.
I wouldn't call myself a fan, I would say I'm just somebody who really likes Lord of the Rings. I wouldn't call
Okay.
myself a fan. I
Oh,
don't know
She's
enough.
massive on it,
I
mate.
haven't seen the movies enough for
Now-
me to say, but I've seen
Harry
them all.
Potter. Harry Potter, more of a Harry Potter fan. Are you,
Yeah, I'm
mate?
more of a Harry Potter girl.
Yeah, she absolutely loves Harry Potter as well.
That's because of my best friend, definitely, that's encouraged that into me. I am more of a Harry Potter person.
They
Tony's Harry Potter as well. You like?
Mel, my wife, went down to.
Rings for me, like.
Oh well, I mean, which one's better? Lord of the Rings, yes.
Hey, Scotty.
Have you watched season 2? Of,
Long time no see. How's things, buddy? You all right?
Yeah.
Sorry if you said hi a while back. I've been
Tony's
slightly
completely
distracted.
I only got to about episode 4, and then kind of. I'm really funny though, guys. It's. I have to really be enjoying a series to finish it.
Okay, fair enough.
And I just
haven't watched it yet. But
wasn't-
like the people have gone mental about the woke shit in it. It's like,
Slow for a bit.
That's the problem. I think it was just a bit too slow for me to begin with. I think if I watched it more, I might go back to it at some point. But I just told Tony to go and watch because he really, really, really wanted to watch it, and I was just kind of, I'm not too bothered about it at the moment. I prefer the movies, and I let him watch it, and I went to bed, and I got up in the morning, and he pretty much finished it. So.
oh wow, jeez.
Oh yeah. Tony's a binger, as I prefer to kind of take my time with it. But if I do binge something, that's because I really am hooked on it.
Yeah, we need to get off our butts and watch Deadpool and Wolverine. It's come out on Disney, and 2 of my all-time favourite Marvel characters. So
You've not watched that yet either.
cannot wait to see them.
Tony's cousin didn't give us good reviews, but then his taste in movies is questionable at times.
Oh well, I'm not. Seriously, Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool, so it's going to be. The first 2 movies were fantastic. The third one's going to be brilliant.
Fucked them up because Ryan Reynolds and fucking the cunt that plays Wolverine, that Hugh Jackman, the 2 of them are totally fucked off with Disney because they basically gagged them, eh?
Oh, I thought it was an R-rated movie, dude.
He would not, honestly, there was way more that he was what to do. He was what to do Hell Skitty, like I'm fucking meeting the killer that shot Bambi's mum and that, and they were like, no.
Really? Oh my days, mate, that's dark shit.
Aye, that would have been fucking hilarious.
That would have been hilarious.
Exactly, but it was like fucking.
They want to make it child.
See
See
if they didn't let him, I think he said something. If they didn't let him do it the way he's doing it, he's fucking walking away for it.
Well,
we'll die like.
The thing is,
no Wolverine that Deadpool die.
The thing is that movie is definitely not child friendly because like I've watched the first scene and like he digs Wolverine up from the Logan movie and he's messing around with his corpse.
Is that how we fucking? Is that how Wolverine comes in it? Because I've not seen it, so.
All right. So have you seen Logan?
Aye, I did. Aye.
Yeah. So he dies at the end of the film in Logan, and then he's all like in the start of the Deadpool Wolverine movie. He's all like, I need to get my hands on Wolverine. I need his help. I need his help real bad. I'm gonna. Dude, he can't be dead. Sorry, he can't be dead. So he goes to his gravesite where they buried him and digs him up. And literally, he's still got the adamantium fused to his flipping skeleton. And he's just
that's all it is.
He's just a metal skeleton. And he sat there and he goes, oh shit, you are dead, mate. Damn it. And he starts messing around with his mouth and stuff and making him talk. It's fucking hilarious.
That's when the TVA shows up.
Yeah, TVA shows up then because they have the people that were embedded in with Loki TV series. They turn up and what have you and that, and they're in the film. But man, the amount of cameos that are in that movie is astronomical. It's Channing Tatum as bloody Gambit. I mean, come on, brilliant stuff. And they've even got Henry Cavill in there as Wolverine. And oh, mate, if you've not seen the short for that, seriously, it's excellent. He finds him in that, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're perfect." The cavalry. It's just so fucking funny, mate. It's brilliant. But the way they've got him made up, the cigar, the hair, the beard, mate, he would totally rock being Wolverine. It's unbelievable how good he looks.
I don't know, I thought I was going to say something and then it just left my brain.
I have that effect on people, I'm sorry.
I got as far as I can't remember, I was going to say something and then it just escaped as quickly as it came. Have you seen Fallout?
Yeah, I thought the Fallout
Oh,
TV series was exceptional, mate. I thought it was brilliant.
I saw the series before I played the game. The series got me into the game.
So that was kind of, me and Tony tried to play the game,
Hated
but
playing it. I love watching videos on it. All the lore in that, I went right
Yeah,
into it.
man, absolutely. The lore is on that is unbelievable. I mean, there's things in that I didn't know about, and like in the TV series, it suggested that his wife had something to do with the bombs dropping, but it's still not valid. Like, it's still not 100%. You know, they talk about dropping the bombs, but you still don't know whether they did or not. And every vault is an experiment. Every single one of them.
That was the bit that took me and Tony off guard, was some of the experiments out there. You're like, oh my gosh.
Aye, that was fucking bad.
She was lucky to be in the vault that she was in.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like, that seems like the best vault that existed, basically.
Because it was them as the main folk, that's why.
Yeah.
All the folk that were in the cryo.
Yeah, all of Bud's
Yeah,
were in there, weren't they? And it's clever. I mean, mate, I loved Walter Goggins as the Ghoul. He was bloody brilliant.
He was fucking good, like.
Yeah.
But like, it's interesting because the second season, if they go there, we're gonna get like Fallout New Vegas.
Aye, basically, I think that's what it's leading to.
I think so. I hope so. Because that.
Macaulay Culkin's in the second one, isn't he?
Is he?
Aye.
Who's he playing?
You should.
Cool. I'm kind of.
That I don't know. Some genius, so that's all I know.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Getting back into acting. I didn't know he was going to be in the second one. Have they started the second one at all? Does anyone know?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm not sure. One of the guys that was sat around the table when they were discussing about dropping the bombs and stuff, I think it was Mr. Gold or something like that. You're going to see him in second season because he's the geezer that runs Vegas, isn't he?
I'm doing something weird here. What am I doing?
See, I tried to play the game with Tony, guys, and I loved playing it, but I just couldn't get a hang of the controls with a gun. It was just a bit too janky, the controls. Like, it was just all the way that the buttons were done, and I couldn't change it, and me and Tony just couldn't get a hang of the...
I just didn't like the feel it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just like to shoot people. I don't... This freeze frame bollocks of like, oh, would you like to shoot him here in the leg? Or shoot him here?
That's
Can't
exactly
stand
what
that.
I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I just wanted to aim and shoot, and it was just a bit... I mean, I'm a novice with shooting games anyway, so like, this isn't great coming from me.
Why is that not tipping out? Is it picking up?
I felt like I didn't have enough
it's picking up,
experience
innit?
with these kind of games to kind of
Unbelievable.
get a hang of it. I found it really, really tricky.
What a mistake in America.
And I just kept constantly dying. Like, I just felt like everything was so OP, even at the beginning of the game, where like, I love a challenge, I really do love a challenge, but see when I've died about 20 times and I've had to keep reloading the same bit over and over again, and the instructions as well are not great as to what I'm meant to be doing in quest, because
Go on.
I kept finding like I wasn't sure what I was doing. I don't know, maybe this is just it's obviously just a me problem, because there's loads of people that play it, but I have heard of a few other people that have agreed with me.
Red Dead, Deadeye, I don't even use it. I can't stand it. I just like to shoot people.
Got her in the end.
I don't use that Deadeye system.
I used it quite a wee bit actually, the the Deadeye, but it was mainly birds.
I preferred it in the older game. It just felt much better. It felt more easier to use it.
You seen they've brought it out again, yeah?
The what?
You've seen they've redone it, yeah?
No.
Yeah, they've redone the first one and they're charging you 40 quid for it with Red Dead 2 graphics.
Seriously?
Yeah, you can get it on PC. They've finally, after all these years, 14 years, they've finally remade Red Dead 1 and given you it in Red Dead 2 graphics, which is nice, but and the the zombie expansion that they did for it as well. Yeah, they've done that too. So it's all inclusive, but it's £40. I'm sorry, if I'm going to play that, I'll wait for a sale, thanks.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
It's a good game.
to pay that amount of money for a game that's so old, that's already been out, I mean, I kind of understood it with Spyro, the trilogy. That was a PlayStation 1 game that they revamped and made that fantastic, and I can understand paying that much for a game that's that old, that's that badly graphics. But Red Dead Redemption, the first one, it's really not that old to be really justifying paying 40 quid for.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. They redid GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas and charged 60 quid for all three games.
But they cut out the definitive editions and that too, though.
Yeah.
The
The graphics look nice and everything and that, but a lot of people have complained and said, nah, it's not that good. Play the original.
They're focusing far too much on how games look now and not enough on the actual gameplay. Do you remember when you played the game? Absolutely horrendous graphics, but you played it because it was addictive and it was fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what a lot of game developers like Rockstar and stuff are failing on now. They're getting really lazy. Like, I know that EA is really bad for it. They're horrendous. Like Sims. The Sims have gone terrible, and now they're telling people that they're not going to be doing a Sims 5. They're just probably going to do it online, and nobody likes it.
Don't get me started on Sims, because they're shit in the bed, because like they've got competition. They've finally got competition in about 3 different games that are coming out soon, and they're absolutely shit in the bed. So guess what they've gone and done? After all these years, they've dedicated a whole team to fixing their bugs that have been in there since bloody Sims 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey Ian, how you doing, bud?
Because they're absolutely scared shitless that they're going to lose player base and money.
Forgive me, I'm trying to get as much of this grass done before I put down some animals and fields and stuff.
I mean,
How you doing, mate? You alright?
They're so greedy.
Represent Farm Sim 22, yeah, man.
And they're like their add-ons, everything, absolutely everything to play that game is bought, but it's insanely expensive because they like you said have no competition. But it's not just that, they've gotten really lazy with just little details. Nothing springs to mind at the moment except from like silly things like in Sims 2, the clocks, if you looked at an analog clock, it told the exact time that was in the game. As now, it's just like a picture where the clock's like, it's just a picture of a clock, the hands don't move, it doesn't tell the correct time. Just silly little things like that that made the game more immersive. They just don't care anymore. They just make the game as vanilla and as basic as possible, but they just add, it's more like they just make things like the furniture and stuff look better, like the actual items in the game are, rather than, and how the game looks. rather than actually making the game fun. Sims 2 was way better than all the other Sims.
So refreshing to hear you say that. It really is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Sims 2 was peak Sims.
My missus is a massive Sims fan. She likes 3 because you can go to the moon and stuff. She does stuff on there that I didn't even know existed.
I like 3, but my problem with 3 was that you couldn't go into the buildings, and I didn't find it as fun to play because
Yeah, I remember that
I didn't
change.
like you couldn't go in a shop and actually wander around the shop and like I didn't like that in the spa I just click and tell her to go and get a massage, but I can't see the character going in and getting it done and seeing the funny interactions with the different characters, and it was all outdoors. I quite liked that it was open world and I could just walk to a person's house, but it just wasn't the same as Sims 2. It just wasn't. And I mean, it was cool. I did like that you could like be really customizable with the wallpapers and the furniture, and you could literally make anything look exactly how you wanted to. But the best game out of all the Sims games, and I'm not the only one that agrees with this, is it's actually a pretty
Medieval?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. My missus says the same thing, actually.
Absolute peak Sims game. Medieval was absolutely fantastic, and they should have kept that going. They should have kept that going. They should have made more expansions. They made the pirate one, and that was fantastic, with the involvement of pirates and things. But I feel like you had to kind of start a new game quite frequently if you had played it a lot. I just wish they had added more to it for people that really loved it. I'm not the only one that feels that way. I know that a lot of people really loved that one.
My missus got really, really far into the game, and then some bug that they never seemed to patch out. She couldn't get any further. That was it.
That's happened to me 4 times playing the game.
Characters just got stuck or something, wouldn't move.
Yeah. I had the exact same issue as your wife. Like, I played that game. What would happen to me, which would really make me rage quit the game, and it was the only part of the game I didn't like, was I would spend an hour or 2 making my throne room and like all these houses look absolutely amazing and look really immersive and medieval and look really, really cool, and then the game would crash and I'd forgotten to save it.
Oh god, yeah.
I lost 2 or 3 hours of perfecting this castle in just a second. And I mean, it happened. Do you remember it happened? Like, Tony's sitting laughing because he remembers the fucking rage that came out of me in the corner of the living room, and my dad was sitting on the other side of the sofa because my dad was staying with us at the time, and I was sitting in the gaming chair, sitting in front of the telly, and my dad had been helping me decorate it, and Tony had been giving his opinions as well. Like, I'd be like, Tony, like, what she'd have read, and like everybody was helping me make this castle, and it fucking froze, and I'd forgotten to save it, and that was the first thing Tony said. He went, "Did you save it?" And I went, "No." I didn't play it for like 6 months.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Life lesson learned, mate. Save regularly.
Oh, you better believe I saved like every 10 seconds. Like, it was ridiculous. I got so paranoid anytime I was making a house or anything. Tony would be like, "Have you saved?" I'd be like, "Yeah." "Have you saved?" "Yeah." "Have you saved?" "Yeah." But yeah, no, but the thing is, like, yeah, it's really annoying because they're saying with The Sims 5 that they're not going to do it now. They're saying that they're going to make it online. And a lot
Yeah,
of
that's what they want. They want you to own nothing and be grateful.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody's made an online mod for 4, and it works pretty well. My good lady's tested it with a friend of hers, but the downside is you have to pay like a monthly fee to.
Hey, bud. Yeah, all well, mate. All well. It's a window dressing and no substance. You know that, man.
Like, continue using it.
A decade of development, and they haven't made it one bit more realistic. I mean, come
Be
on.
in the same household, and
What
like,
are they actually doing?
everybody in the house.
Where the hell's my grass gone? Is it over here?
Yeah.
Oh, see that? Right, okay. See if EA just... If they did something like that.
actually got all my grass. I
And
think
you
I've
could
done it.
choose-
Yee-hee, at last.
If they made Sims 5, right, and they just fixed the things that people miss from the second one, and then they gave you the option rather than the full game to be online. If they gave you the option to invite a friend and do like a shared server, like a shared private server, kind of like what you guys are doing just now on, you know, on the
Yeah.
farm. If you could like invite somebody into a world that's private and it has to be
Yeah,
invite only,
that would be sweet, wouldn't it?
that would save the game definitely.
Oh, mate,
People.
lots of people have played the game, definitely, if you're able to do that, 100%.
But people have been suggesting this for years, and EA just won't listen. They just keep making.
No, they don't need to listen, do they?
They don't think they need to
Listen
listen,
to
but
the gaming journal folk and crap like that, you know what I mean? And half of them didn't even care what the fuck we're talking about. They're not. They need to listen to the actual gamers themselves, no actually the bloody like these news critics and that. You know what I mean?
Halfway there, boys, halfway there.
when it gets to games like the Farming Simulator or Skyrim, and the only reason that people are really still playing the game is because of the modders, there's a problem.
All hail the modders.
Yeah.
I tell you what, mate. Right, when my wife comes home, I'm going to get her to have a talk with you. You'd love her. Seriously, you two got on like an house on fire.
I'm controversial. You know, a lot of people would, if I consider myself a gaming girl, but not really, because the games that I play, people don't consider those as. I play
Right,
cozy.
What games do you play? Sims, obviously.
I'm a cozy game person. Do you know what I mean?
Right, so
I'm not a Call of Duty girl. I'm
tell
not
us
a
what
black.
games you play then. So Sims is one of them.
So
I'm like a
Sims,
buffoon here.
now and then.
Well, I
not
gotta
as
turn
much
that
as
off
for
this
the
time.
reasons I've explained, but sometimes I get a notion for it. Sims, Spyro, like Coral Islands, Stardew Valley. I like a lot of farming games, but just not this specific farming
This
game.
kind of farming.
God damn it, man! What are you doing?
Like a
Driving like an
farming-
absolute
Play
spanner.
something like Dinkum or whatever.
I've never heard of that, but
Have you got a PC?
Tony's got one, yeah.
Do you use his PC? Does he let you anywhere near it?
Yeah, he lets me on it whenever.
All right. Have you heard of Animal Crossing?
Oh yes.
Have you played Animal Crossing?
Oh yes, all of them.
So Dinkum is an Australian version of Animal Crossing.
Oh right, okay, so
And
right.
it's like 15 quid on Steam, I think.
Oh right. Oh, I've never heard of that. No.
Yeah, Mel's got that. She enjoyed that, playing that for a while.
There we go.
It's very much an Animal Crossing clone.
Coral Island is a little bit like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing kind of combined. It's just good because it's got a good storyline and it's actually got a quest and objectives and things. If a game feels kind of pointless to me, then I don't enjoy it.
Yeah. Mel really loves playing survival games and building things.
It took forever.
Her late
Hey, Grey Mantle.
Sons of the Forest.
Absolutely right, Grey
I
Mansell.
mean, I've sat and watched her play that, and I am
I
absolutely.
would interject your point to them, but
how good the building system.
I mean, they're full in flow here, aren't they?
It is fucking phenomenal.
Remote controller connects.
I've never seen anything like it. It's bloody brilliant.
There's another game that's kind
There we
of
go,
similar-ish build in physics. I can't remember the name of it now, but I'm not joking. It looked even better than Sons of the Forest.
14th of September.
It was the building aspect that it looked nicer than that, but
You'll have to try and find out what it's called.
Aye, it was really nice. Like,
But yeah, no, I like a survival game as well, but it just depends on the game that it is. Like, I'm not a zombie. Like, I'm terrified of zombies in games. I really am. It's quite sad. You know how everyone's got their
You
thing?
and me both.
Everyone's got their thing. I can't play zombie games. I love to watch zombie games. I love zombie movies, but actually playing it, like something chasing me, kind of, I just can't.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I just can't. But
What sort of the game?
what is it? I did enjoy playing 7 Days to Die, but I just found it quite stressful. I just found it stressful. I was too.
You're playing
I was
Farm
too
Sim
stressed
22,
to
which you
leave
put
the
down right after you bought it. Is that because there were no mods at the time?
We love Grounded.
All the
We're
Farm
a
Sim
huge
games
fan of
get better
Grounded.
when the mods have been added. It's just, it's always
Which
been
we
that
haven't
way.
Played this week just because Aiden was.
Farm
over
Sim
and he had
25
the
right now
Xbox,
is
but
feels
when
empty
me
and
Tony have
hollow
both
and
got
not
the
very
computer and the
impressive.
Xbox free, we sometimes like to play Grounded just
But
together.
there's always the hope the
But we
mods
prefer to play it with other people.
can
as
turn it
well,
into
but it's
something
just
really
hard finding
special.
People that
Here we go, here we go.
aren't scared of spiders.
See, Tony, you've got it sorted, mate. You've got it right, just like I have. You know, you married a gamer girl, mate. Good stuff. Well done, mate. Well done.
Oh, you have a long story on
Yeah.
Farm Sim 22?
Living that life.
Yeah, yeah.
How do I do this then?
Like, Mel.
Blanket silo.
Been
Ah,
friends for like 3.5 years before she
gosh.
even realised that she had feelings for me. I had feelings
Silos
for
in.
friggin' years.
So I've cleared
She
all this
was
ground.
with another guy called Kevin, and I'm called Kevin, and
I think I'm going to start the first field here
He got with another girl called
and run it
Mel,
up to the top.
half my wife's age. So you know,
I'm hoping
started trading.
I'm going to find a 50%
Actually,
plough in
I
here.
had an ex that dumped me and then started dating a Rhiannon. That was really strange.
No plough.
But yeah.
He was American as well, so you know, and he'd been carrying on with her for ages. So you know, like what the hell?
What is this
But
thing?
never mind. I got the better end of the stick.
Oh, that's a cedar.
Sounds it, yeah. No,
That's
me
a
and
planter.
Tony, we're working together for about a year and a bit.
220
We
horsepower.
were
Bloody
working
hell, I haven't got
12-hour
that.
shifts together, so you got to know each other really well, really quickly.
Yeah, of course. Good stuff.
Enshrouded. Grey Mantle recommends a game called Enshrouded. I've not heard of it.
Oh,
Friday.
what rock have you been living under, Michael?
Is it a good game, is it?
Enshrouded's been out for a while now. And
But I'm like Rihanna. I can't stand... Well, I don't say I can't stand them. I'm super jumpy. And when I play...
It's not a zombie game, mate.
There.
Oh, it's not?
It's not a zombie game.
You need game and play it.
Oh, so
Honestly,
funny.
they'll make it
So
funny for
funny.
you.
But I don't know if you guys are like me, but I love a horror game, but I'm just too wimpy. I'll put my hand up and say it. I'm too wimpy, too jumpy,
I'm with you.
too high anxiety to actually be able to play it myself. I can't enjoy it when I'm in control of the character because I just don't have the guts to make myself go ahead
No
and do it, which
zombies.
is ridiculous because I did paranormal investigating in real life for 3 years where I was
Oh,
dealing with
really? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
A mate
but-
of mine.
Grey Man... Sorry, Ian. I thought Grey Mantle said that. My eye is playing games on me.
The deepest, darkest part
No
of the
zombies.
house they possibly could go in, turned all the lights out and everything, and all the gear. And they lasted about 10 seconds and went, nah.
Right, let's go get a plough.
So funny.
So whilst all the settings and the mods that we add are intended to make the game more realistic, the actual gameplay ethos is going to be quite relaxed and quite free. And we're all going to mess around and help each other out and all sorts of good stuff. So if you'd like to become a part of this server, then all you have to do is come and join our Discord and request a farm, and if there's a space, you may well be allowed to join us.